Well, more than anything, this is Narendra Modi's win. We've been saying that and get used to hearing this for a while at least. It hinges on him. It was a referendum on him. So as he embarks on a second term in power, we decided to do a SWOT analysis for the Prime Minister of India. What's in store for his second innings? What's working for him? What isn't? Let's start with the strengths. The biggest one is a solid foundation. The BJP has won with greater margins than ever before. It's a clear majority, something that was only seen during the Nehru era. Jawaharlal Nehru has won 2 successive and clear mandates in the history of independent India, and now there's Narendra Modi. It's a vote of confidence in him. A referendum to continue his agenda for 5 more years. This mandate confirms that the people still see him as a clean leader, someone who can bring real change. He now has the experience of 1 term. He can build on it. He's no more an outsider, well versed in the system. He resumes office from a position of strength and he can build on it. So that is about his strengths. What about the weaknesses? A new look Modi cabinet is expected to take charge, but he's not really spoiled for choice. He will have to choose a new cabinet. High-profile ministers, in fact, chose to sit out of this election. They may not continue in the government, so he'll have to look for new faces. This includes External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, who did not contest this time. Some fresh faces will have to be inducted, and Modi will have to work on the bench strength of his party. In a way, the biggest strength of the BJP then is also its biggest weakness. The party banks heavily on the popularity and personal charisma of one man, and that is the Prime Minister. But he will have to build a team. Now to the opportunities. With the BJP crossing the majority mark, the Prime Minister can afford to take fresh risks. Narendra Modi is known for his risk-taking ability. He has proven it with moves like demonetization. It also gives a chance to the BJP government at the centre to take the initiative, improve centre-state relations. This could come in handy while tweaking tricky laws like the goods and services tax, healthy federalism. It seems like the Prime Minister's schemes for Ujjwala, for LPG connections and the Ayushman Bharat scheme, the national health protection schemes were all well received. He can take such initiatives to the next level in this term. These are the opportunities. Finally, the threats. And one stands out. The Modi government was criticized for not reining in the fringe elements. They could potentially derail the Prime Minister's agenda or overshadow the development work done by his government. He'll have to guard against that. And here's an interesting picture that we came by. So before we move on, let's refresh your memory with this photograph. Look at these people. I'm sure you know most of them. They're opposition leader. And this photo was taken exactly a year back, 23rd May 2018. All these leaders came together in Bengaluru for the oath-taking ceremony of H.D. Kumaraswamy. That, in a sense, was the beginning of what was touted to be a grand alliance of the opposition parties, a Mahagathbandhan, which never really did materialize. So there were smaller coalitions, smaller alliances that were stitched up. But this was 1 year back. They could not come together. And today, all of them stand diminished, at least in their political stature. Narendra Modi has emerged more powerful than before. And from Sonia Gandhi to Rahul Gandhi to some of the regional leaders and left leaders, you see Mayawati also there. All of them were in the talks, but I think the personal aspirations of these regional leaders got the better of them. They could not come up with a prime ministerial face. They could not come up with a coherent plan, a clear leader, and this alliance never really worked.